Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. We've got a dual perspective game for you today. You're looking at a VP, the 105 leFH18B2, otherwise known as a leaf blower or a leFH, and this one is under the command of Sepp von Arwa on the Eastbourne of Paris. And just behind him is Morpheus 2007. Well, they're going to platoon any second. Well, during the game at least. And they're going to have a pretty good game together, because they're both good with the Fifi. Well, as many of you know, this is a Beutepanzer. It's a loot panzer. The Germans captured a huge number of Char B1s after the fall of France in 1940, and they decided to use them by converting some of them into actual tanks with extra armour. That's the Panzer B2. A few were made into, well, a lot were made into flamethrower tanks, and 16 were turned into artillery pieces like this, the Fifi. Now, it appears in the French tech tree, but it is a German artillery. It's got a German gun, and it's a very effective gun at that. It's the 105mm light field howitzer, and it's capable of 410 alpha, and it should fire once every 8.92 seconds, but you can see that Sepp has managed to get his down to 8.02. Okay, set up in position. He's now going to look for targets, and he's found his first one. Oh, he's dialed in a little too close. We'll pull back a bit, I think. Fires around at the AMX ELC. Let's pull back a bit further than that, because we don't want to look too close at the target. That's better. Oh, he just got a blind kill. He wiped out a Wolverine. Wonderful. What a good start to the game. A blind kill. It's always worth firing into that bush. I always say this. Nearly always somebody who's there. And he got a penetrating shot on the T67 as well. He's found one of the enemy Artys just a little too close to the edge of that bush. He got spotted. He's now being dialed in on and rounds out. It landed next door to him, so he's probably tracked, but I think he's still there. Instead he switched back to these two. Now I think that might be a bit of a mistake, but well, we'll see how it develops later on. He's dialing in on the ELC. Oh, beautiful shot right over the ridgeline. Kills the ELC. Penetrating shot. He's now trying to get the T67, but the guy's moving about a lot. Stand still, we want to nail you. What a fantastic start to this game, really. 2 kills so far for Sepp. Rounds out in the Jagdpanzer. Just lands short. There's that Fifi. He didn't move. He didn't move. He should have moved, but he didn't. The moment that round landed right next door to him, he should have got the hell out of there. And instead, he's now dead. But the kill shot actually came from Morpheus, his soon-to-be platoon mate. Okay, there's that T67 again. Sepp did get a hit on that Fifi, so he's probably collected most of the hit points. Rounds out. Just hits the ridge line. If you're wondering about the sounds, by the way, they're slightly different from normal because I use a sound pack from Aslains, which has a more realistic sound as the shell casing hits the floor of the vehicle. Okay, there's still some enemy tanks over there. We just can't see them at the moment. What we can see is Cromwell in the centre. He just killed our 25 TP, but he's pulled back. Would he come back this way? I think he's going to. Here we go. Blind shot. Lands long. I think that Cromwell is still there. He's just not being spotted. I'd adjust the aim to a little bit shorter, I think, on the corner, because medium tanks like that tend to occupy the corner. We just need somebody to spot him. Oh, he is there, but he is there. We've finally got the sight, but instead we can see the T67 has got a lot closer. He's dialing in. Yes! 3 kills now. I can tell you that Morpheus has only got 1 kill so far, which is that Fifi, but there's that Cromwell again. He fires a snap. As we know, I don't recommend snapshots because 9 times out of 10 they will fail and they won't hit the target. just 1 out of every 10 you get a direct hit. Okay, the Jagdpanzer IV has come forward. In fact, they're now surging this way. No, he needed to aim ahead because these things are moving. Okay, line up the shots. Should be able to get this. Line it up ahead. Rounds. Oh, just in front of him. He stops suddenly to take a shot. Now, line it up for a shot just in front of him. That's it. Yes, that's better. And the kill shot comes in, but it's from the T67 Arty. That Type 58 is trying to get out of the way. He's pushing a wreck forward. He just took a big round from Sepp. And he's now down to a few hit points. If he can get another accurate shot in. Just missed it. Try it again. You might get him with the next one. And he's gone. There's only 4 enemies left. 2 RT and a medium tank and a tank destroyer. The Dicamax is the tank destroyer. The medium tank is that Cromwell, who's badly damaged. We know that. And the 2 RTs are an SU-122A and another Fifi. And if you're wondering why there's so many Fifis about at the moment, well, they're on sale in the EU. Rounds out. Just a little too late. You've got to anticipate where they're going. Oh, the Dicamax has turned up. Okay, now he's fairly slow moving, so dial ahead of him. Just missed. Okay, he's trying to get to a position where he can shoot and use that gun depression of his. Rounds out. Fell short. Our Bishop's in a lot of trouble now because that Dicamax will take him out. Rounds out. Kill him. Good hit. Penetration shot. Unfortunately, the Bishop is going to go. Made a bit of a boo-boo driving round there because, yeah, that's the net result. So there's 3 left on our team and 4 on the enemy team now. Morpheus has got 2 kills now. And Sepp's got 3. They haven't platooned yet. I thought they were going to platoon earlier on in the game. We can see where Morpheus is. He's up near the cap area. In fact, he should be able to get a shot on the Dicamax. Just looking at him now. Hopefully he'll get that Dicamax if he's backing up. Should have a clean shot. There's the Cromwell. Oh, he just got the Dicamax. So now Morpheus has 3 kills and Sepp has 3 kills. So they could platoon and get the brothers in arms. That Cromwell's getting very, very close to Morpheus. Blind shot. Bit late. He was moving at full speed. Okay, now we've lost sight of the enemy. The problem is that we've got no other teammates left. It's just Sepp and Morpheus. That's all that's left. But the good news is that both RTs do have very good view ranges. 390 meters. The furthest view range of any RT in the game. They can see further than tier 10 RTs. And, well, supposedly the reason for that is, of course, that the Cromwell gets ambushed and he's out the game, which means now it's 2 RT versus 2 RT. And they have accepted the platoon, so they're now on for a brothers in arms if they can survive the battle. Now, this is the stage in the battle where I like, where it's Arty on Arty. Just shows how powerful the Arty can be in the game. The other team members rely on us to pull off the win. If they've all failed in their job, then it's up to Sepp and Morpheus to actually go out there and get the win. Other teammates will be anxiously waiting to see what they can do, but they are in probably the most OP RT in the game, as many people say, but actually I don't think it's the most OP. It does have the best DPM of any RT in the game, 2,758.9 hit points per minute. That's a lot. Built on the Char B1 hull. They stripped off the turret, mounted a 105mm light field howitzer on top of it and put a gun shield around it. The gun shield's the weakest spot of the vehicle. The rest of the vehicle is very, very strong, And a lot of light tanks don't understand that, and they try to ram this tank to death, and it's like running into a brick wall. Any tank that tries to ram this thing is going to come a cropper. It's very heavy. The tank actually weighs, if I remember correctly, 34 tons. And he's found one of them. It's the Fifi. Hits the wreck. Now, you can see that just around the corner. Oh, they're both there. They're both there. Morpheus has got there, and he's just on that corner, on the edge. He's behind the wrecks. He's saying, pull back and let them come this way. Personally, I think Sepp ought to move towards the centre line. Alternatively, he can actually go directly down the 2 line, come up behind them, and shoot them in the ass. I think that's what he's going to do. And they catch them in the pincer. There's no way that they can get away then. They are relatively, well, the Fifi is relatively slow. 28 kilometers an hour is top speed. I have the feeling that Morpheus is actually chasing them around the corner, right into the gun of Sepp. But I wouldn't be surprised if he takes them out himself. Here they are. There they are. Go for it. Line him up. Nice hit. 156. He's been spotted. He might be on the receiving end of a round, but he's going to fire another one. Oh, and he does get hit by the enemy Fifi. And he was trapped. He's fixed his track so he can get the vehicle back on target. And he doesn't make any mistake with that shot. And you can see that Morpheus has killed the Su-122A, and it's a victory. So let's have a look at this battle from Morpheus's perspective. And here's the same battle from Morpheus's perspective, and you can see just ahead of him is Sepp in his Fifi. Game on. It was quite a late decision to actually create the Fifi. The Germans captured a lot of these Char B1s at the end of the armistice that was signed with France in 1940, and they waited until spring of 1941 to make a decision over what they were going to do with the Char B1s. And it looks like Morpheus has failed to load into the game at the moment because his gun's down and he hasn't moved at all. But he will eventually. Now eventually, in late 1941, 1942, 16 Char B1s were sent to the Rheinmetall-Borsig factory in Germany for conversion. And of course they had the 105mm light field howitzers available, so all it was a simple case of modifying the vehicle sufficiently so it could mount the artillery piece. And they built them over the coming year. Now originally when Wargaming put these Arty into the game, they actually appeared at tier 4, and they were brought in as a premium SPG because Wargaming needed a premium vehicle, to sell the new French tech tree, because of course it was brand new. They just introduced the tech tree, and in fact France was the next tech tree to be brought in after the American, German and the Soviet one. So they needed a premium vehicle. Okay, we can see an enemy Fifi. Remember that was the one that Sepp fired at there. You can see Sepp's shell just landing. In fact, there was a tracer coming from behind. So I think the Su-122A is somewhere behind that Fifi. Rounds. Oh, there's a round from Sepp. Hits the AMX CLC, wipes him out. Okay. Morpheus fires at the T-67, misses it on the first attempt. Can he get the second? He's teasing the line over, so the moment it goes red, he knows that the target is interrupting the line and in the line of fire. And the enemy Fifi has been spotted again. Still trying to get that T-67, just misses him. In fact, he's decided to go for the Fifi in the bushes. He knows where it is. Rounds out. And yes, he gets the kill shot. Immediately after steps around, hits the Arty and strips him most of his hit points, and Morpheus takes the kill. Still trying to get that T67. That's right. As soon as you get that little red line appearing, that's when you know you're on target. Rounds out. Just missed. Pulls back a little bit just to see if he can get it on. Now T67 doesn't want to remain still, but he's going to fire anyway. Hits the ridge line. Okay, meanwhile in the town, you can see as, well, our team seems to be doing rather well down by the bridge, but unfortunately that 25 TP just got wiped out. From his current position, Morpheus can't get a shot on that Cromwell. It's a bit limiting, that position, although he has got good cover there. If an enemy tank did turn up, they probably wouldn't see him. This is where he actually moved over. Now, Wargaming don't often put the Fifi on sale. In fact, for a long time, more than a year, it wasn't on sale at all. And so a lot of people went without. But now they've just recently started putting it on sale on a fairly regular basis. And lots of people get the opportunity to buy it, but there's still not enough premium SPGs in the game. Wargaming could actually put out at least another 3, maybe 4 premium SPGs, and it still wouldn't be as many as there are premium mediums, heavy tanks, light tanks. They really are missing out on getting a huge amount of money from customers. Now we've got that Jagdpanzer who moved forward. We can see that Morpheus has got a nice shot on him here. Lining him up, working out where he's going to be. Rounds out. Oh, that was a good one. 100 hit points. Can he get the kill? No, the kill shot went to the T67, but he's trying to get a shot now on that Type 58. He should be able to get it. He's directly behind that wreck. Lined it up, rounds out. Nice hit, 106 from a shot that went into his tracks. Go for it again. And he gets the kill. That's his second kill of the game after the Fifi. And now they're down to just 5 on their team, 4 on the enemy team. Everyone else has been wiped out. Can see that Bishop moving up. I think actually he was going to support the T-34-85M in the center of the map, but I think it was a little presumptuous that he could take on a Cromwell and a Dicamax as well, and the Dicamax turns up, takes out the T-34-85 with his 105mm gun, and at this point it looked to me like he was going to attempt to take out the T-67, but when the Bishop turned up he thought, no, I'll have that one instead. So he turned around. The Bishop does have a powerful 4.5-inch gun, but I'm afraid does not have the armor to stand up to a Dicamax. And look at that. One penetrating shot from the Dicamax. The Cromwell's going in for the kill. Morpheus tried to get a shot on target, but the Dicamax kills him. Trying to get a shot on that Cromwell. Narrowly misses him. Okay, at this point in time, we've lost sight of the enemy. They've still got 4. They've got their 2 Arties and the Dicamax and the Cromwell. And oh, now the enemy seems to know where he is, because that was an Arty round just landed right next door to him. So he might need to change position to avoid another Arty round ending up this way. Fires around in and kills the Dicamax. Now move position quickly, Morpheus. Kip, move. Somebody knows where you are. He's looking around, scanning for the enemy. There's the Cromwell. I think the Cromwell saw you. Let's see, he's moved away from that position. Hopefully an Arty round. Well, he's knocked the tree there, which would have given away his position if the Arty was looking. But I think at this point, yes, there's another Arty round landing next door to him. So, yep, the enemy Arty did see where he moved to. In fact, more Arty rounds are landing. You can see they're landing behind him near the tree. So I think it's the enemy Fifi knows he's there by the fact he knocked the tree over. Now, he may have knocked the tree over on purpose to make the enemy Arty think that he was behind that tree. Oh, he shotguns the Cromwell. Now, I narrowly missed that because I was looking at the explosions that were coming behind him. So we'll do an instant replay, shall we? Because, after all, that was quite a good moment. Takes us back a few seconds. You can see that he was waiting and waiting and waiting. Aimed on that corner, even though Arty rounds were landing behind him. Oh, fantastic shotgun. That was worth it. And you can see an Arty round landed directly in front of him. And he's now hiding behind the wall, waiting to go unspotted. More Arty rounds. That is definitely a Fifi firing. So the Fifi was trying to kill him. Probably another one will land. Yes, there's the other one. Now he's moved away and they won't be able to get him now. Okay, you can see Sepp in the field. He's moving forward. Now he's only got a 30-degree arc, this Arty, 15 degrees either side, which means you do have to adjust your position quite a lot when you're aiming at enemy tanks. But it's very good at shotgun, as Morpheus showed us. It really is a very excellent shotgun tank, and of course this is one of the few Artys that can actually carry other rounds, the other one being the Sexton 1, who can carry armor piercing. This Arty can carry armor piercing and heat rounds. And Wargaming refused to take those away because obviously they realised that when they sold this Arty, as a precondition of selling it, you actually had to keep the same ammunition. You couldn't take that ammunition away. So we can see the Morpheus did actually make it right into the centre, and we know that the enemy Arty turned up behind him. So he's looking for the enemy Arty, and there they come. So they thought that he was still in the same position. They obviously went straight through the centre, and Morpheus saw them, and he's trying to get a shotgun on them now. He can't get a shotgun there. And there's the SU-122A, which made a big mistake. He tried a shotgun but wasn't able to get it onto target. Okay, that's Sepp telling him to pull back, because Sepp has a perfect line of shots if they pull forward. But no, Morpheus knows he can do it. He's shotgunned this Cromwell. He knows that he can get the Arty. He's confident in his ability, and this is one of the things that the Fifi actually does give you. It's not just a premium tank, it gives you confidence in your ability as an Arty player to take out enemy tanks. Oh, don't flip! Don't flip, whatever you're doing. He's trying to get his gun to go around the corner without the enemy being able to get a shot on him, so he's lined it up to almost side-scrape the corner. Not quite side-scraping, of course. Now, the enemy Fifi's suddenly been spotted, so he knows the enemy Fifi's not there, and he does get hit by the SU-122A, but say goodnight! Brilliant! And you can see Sepp's having a good ding-dong with that enemy Fifi. Admirante Cerveza, and that's it! They won! What a fantastic battle by both Arty players. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Well, here's the end of battle results, and it's a first-class tanker for Sepp von Arwa in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a fighter bench for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly, and he also got a bruise the middle for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 9. He got a brothers in arms because he was in platoon with Morpheus. They both managed to get at least 3 kills, and Sepp also managed to get the high caliber in that game for dealing the most damage on the enemy. His win rate from the battle was 6,504, which is super Unicum standard and very well done indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, on team score we can see, yes, he's definitely got the highest damage in the game, 2,111 hit points of damage. The next high scorer being the enemy Fifi with 1,710, followed by the 40 TP on his own team with 1,510. We can see that Morpheus managed to get 808 hit points of damage in his game. When it came to kills, it was Morpheus who did the best with 5 kills. 4 kills went to Sep, and 3 kills went to the enemy Fifi, their Dicamax, and their Cromwell. When it came to base XP, it's back with Sep again with 965 base to him. 888 went to the T3485M on their team, and 748 went to Morpheus. Sep fired 29 rounds in that game, got 11 direct hits and 4 penetrations, 11 splash as well. Damage of 2,111 hit points, of which 1,771 were up more than 300 meters. He did receive a hit. It was from the enemy Fifi, and it was that splash damage there. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were killed, and on a premium count he earned 48,005 credits, got 65,000 for completing the first mission of the day, I think the first win of the day, 113,005 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away a profit of 108,626 credits altogether. 1,447 XP times 2 for the first victory, 579 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 3,474 experience points altogether. So a fantastic game there for Sep in his Fifi. Let's have a look at Morpheus's. Well, Morpheus managed to get a second class tanker in his Fifi. He actually got more kills but slightly less damage. He managed to get a fighter badger, getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, 1 short of getting a top gun, and 1/3 of the enemy team in that game. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in this one. And he got that Brothers in Arms for being in platoon with Sep, and both of them getting at least 3 kills. His win rate was slightly less, 2,177, which is very good all the same, and can't be sniffed at. That is a very good score. If we look at the team score, well, we've seen that already, so we already know where he is. But we'll just remind, Sep managed to get the top in damage. Morpheus is a little way down the table, but when it came to kills, Morpheus is at the top and Sep's just beneath him, and when it came to base XP, it's Sep on top and Morpheus just below. And if we look at detail, we can see that Morpheus fired only 18 rounds in that game, very little. 6 direct hits, 2 penetrations and 6 splash. Damage of 808 hit points, all of it, no, not all of it, 436 of it up more than 300 meters. 1 hit received, 4 hits by way of splash damage. Yes, the enemy Arty was definitely trying to get him, and just failing every time, because I think he did sell him a dummy. He saw, like, knocked that tree over, I have the feeling, to try and tell the enemy Arty, I'm there, when in fact you were actually elsewhere. And he got 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and on a free-to-play account he earned 19,225 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 16,514 credits. Not quite as many as Sep managed to get, but then Sep did have a premium account, and of course he got the high caliber as well. 748 base XP, 199 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 947 experience points altogether. So very, very good game by both players. I think this is one of the reasons why when I saw this, and I knew of course that Wargaming have got the Fifi on sale at the moment, that it's a very good idea for you to, if you haven't got one, go out and get one of these Arties as soon as you can, because they are just so much fun. And then, yes, you'll understand why Arty players do like their Fifis. They can be a source of victory if you play it right, and it gives you confidence as an Arty player. So if you enjoyed these replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it views the algorithm, and thank you for watching.